All right, welcome to week 3 of CCA, as we're going to be seeing PSU White versus Shrimple as that.
But PSU White's going to win. They just are, because you guys are from Houston. I hate Houston. You have no idea.
Yes, we have very unbiased commentary here.
I know.
Us both being from PSU and apparently Lord Wallace hating Houston.
As of right now, these Houston people are taking their sweet time getting in the room because they're scared of PSU Whites. That's my logic.
I mean, PSU White does have technically a better record at 2-0, whereas Shrimple is that only has a 1-0 in this current season.
The reason why is that Shrimple is bad. This PSU White is just cracked as hell. Like, they have Pro Chara on their team. Like, enough said.
Oh my god. I mean, yes, that is true. But PSU White also did get one win due to forfeit. So maybe there is the intimidation factor.
I'll tell you, if I was from Houston, I'd be scared, because PSU White is just better than Houston.
I mean, we'll definitely have to see. We're going to be having our first game on Tower Control Ship Shape.
Again, the best part of each PSU stream is that we get to see what Houston will play. Because we know what PSU is going to play. Because we have Ivy in here. Ivy plays E-Leader. This is an E-Leader map. Oh,
sure, definitely. We'll definitely see Ivy on an E-Leader here. Who do you else do you think we're going to see in here?
My guess would probably be Nova, minus E, and Scoob. No Pro Char that you were touting about earlier? Here's the thing. You can't start out with Pro Char in, so it scared the other team too much. Like, if your Pro Char was playing against you, you're just cooked. It's like, PSU White say he'd easy on Shrimples. That's, I'm a biased commentator.
I mean, fair enough. So you're predicting that the PSU White's going to be like playing with their food in a way by not sending out Pro Chara.
I don't know, maybe. But here's the thing. I don't know. As the saying goes, a cornered animal is most dangerous. So Shrimple is that might see the looming threat and go all out on PSU White and pull off the upset of the century.
Well, we'll see what happens as we go into game 1.
Oh, PSU White put Pro Chara in! And Shrimple has their own charger. I'm pretty sure it's about to be decided by the Battle of the Chargers. Whether or not Ivy or EDE Esbar can hit more shots.
Got 2 T-Techs coming out from PSU. Which is rather interesting. But neither of them are the same one.
Look, strikes are really good in tower control. Stops the enemy's push right in his spot and paints the ground.
Oh, definitely. But see, two T-Techs and another close-range front weapon, and not having like any mid-lines with decent range, might be a bit risky on this map. Especially into the headed and charger that Shrimple is running.
But right now, it seems to be a very slow fight in mid here. No time to really gain a big advantage.
Indeed.
This PSU White is one up right now. Again, it's not really a huge advantage. And Shrimple as special to counter.
Yeah,
very slow match so far.
Ooh, we see a jet coming out, and Nova trying to get a flank on the back lines of Shrimple as that. Not finding one, but forcing them to jump out, as Nova eventually gets cornered and taken out here by the edit.
Again, so far, neither team's really been able to get a big advantage. Like, the score's still at 92-99, and we're already over a minute in. Very slow so far.
Definitely, we see a fight down here in the pit, as eventually the dualies from PSU gets taken out and collapsed upon by Shrimple as that. We see another strikes coming out, and Nova trying to push up with more strikes. Finding one with the bomb on the brush. As PSU looks to try to take the lead and hope maybe get this first checkpoint.
Well, as slow as this game's been so far, that lead might be enough to win the game.
But eventually, PSU goes down. They go 3 down here. And it looks like it's just Nova with more goddamn strikes. Finding one, getting back on the tower, and looks like being able to survive long enough to get our team back in and keep the push going.
Again, so far we're just seeing a very, very, very slow set. You know, there's only been a few big fights so far. No teams have gotten wiped yet. Both teams are playing very safe.
Indeed. But ooh, there's 2 down from Shrimple as that. PSU's been on the attack this entire time, though. They've kept that tower onto Triple Zat's stack, and has only allowed Triple Zat to even get 2 points.
And right now they're trying to push in. They're trying to push into Triple Zat's base, and breaking that checkpoint is probably be the start of PSU White's win here, maybe. Who knows? Maybe Shrimple's Zat can come back.
That's 3 down for PSU. Shrimple's Zat.
Again,
that's a late wipe from them too.
Again, this here's like the first big movement we've seen all game. Like going 3 down from Shrimple's Zat gives PSU White a huge opportunity to move up, and they break a first checkpoint.
Yes, dude goes 4 down.
I think that's our first like actual wipeout of the game. Shrimple's Zat needs to capitalize quick in order to take the lead back. There's only 2 minutes left on the clock here, and PSU White is a huge lead. Triple Zat needs to get a lot of value out of this here jetpack in order to make their push and go forward. But Eggs here can't really seem to find anyone.
The jet does, on the recall, find 1 at least. But oh,
now
no, that's 3
now it's just the headed.
It's just the headed who's barely alive.
They're trying to hold the line here, but again, you can't be holding the line. Like this late into the game, you'd be pushing up and taking space. There's only a minute and 15 on the clock now. Shrimple's Zat needs to get a push going in fast if they want to win. Going 3 up is just what Shrimple's Zat needs to take the initiative.
Well, definitely, yeah. Shrimple's Zat is not fully out of this game. They definitely could rally up a push and get in some damage, but first they need to be able to keep PSU out because they keep going down, and that's another 3 down for them. Well, they were able to get down to 25, they just weren't able to keep PSU like held back for long enough.
Yeah, this jetpack here isn't finding anyone, and Shrimple's Zat needs every pick they get. They find 1, but given it's 3 up now for Shrimple's Zat. This is their golden opportunity to push forward and take the lead here.
Definitely, we see PSU White throw some strikes that try to get back in, but unfortunately, it looks like one of their team techs goes down as Shrimple's Zat has multiple specials ready.
Because given the second this game hits overtime, if PSU White strikes, it's over for Shrimple's Zat. Like Shrimple's Zat needs to get their lead up as fast as they can. But given going 2 down here, 2 jumps in.
It looks like
that's the end of the game.
Going to camp on the tower and get them and take down this first game for PSU White.
I think what we saw here is that Shrimple's Zat was very cautious to push in. You know, they spent a long time just slugging out PSU White in mid at the start of the game, and once PSU White got a big lead, they didn't have enough time to take the initiative back. They had to scramble a bit almost.
Yeah, definitely. It always felt like Shrimple's Zat was just always on the back foot and never able to just fully take out PSU Whites. They would always end up leaving like 1 person, like we saw early in the game, with 3 down and just Nova. But Nova just single-handedly stopping the push and letting the entire team come back in.
Because Shrimple's Zat was running cooler. You know, when you're playing cooler, you need to be fast and aggressive with that cooler. But Shrimple's Zat kind of got popped cooler and just hung back. Like you need to use your cooler, make hype plays, and get in. But given the next map is Mako Mart Clan Blitz, very fast map. And right now, I'm liking PSU White's more aggressive comp compared to Shrimple's Zat's more passive playstyle.
Well, definitely, but here's the thing. Running double strikes isn't going to be as effective on Mako Clams as it is going to be on any tower control map in general.
What I'm saying is that PSU White generally is playing faster and more aggressive than Shrimple's Zat.
Oh, definitely. They are much playing faster and more aggressive.
And
I'm curious as to how they're...
And Mako Mart is a very fast map. You need to be playing fast here in order to score. If you're playing slow, you just will never get to that basket.
Yeah, with both clam baskets just being available, like, just barely from mid, like, you can get you take down 2, you could easily just get someone throwing the ball. It rewards aggressive teams very well.
And we're put up PSU White subbing out Pro Chara for -E. For those who don't know, minus E is the resident Penn State Brella main. Means recycled Brella.
Damn, bro, completely forgot the fact that I play Vunder.
Vunder doesn't count. You know, Vunder is a nebulous concept.
You know, I kind of agree with that.
Because no, I don't know if I support this sub because Pro Chara is probably the most aggressive player in PSU White, and as we were saying before, you want to have the aggressive team to push forward and score early. And it would appear that that's Shrimple is also subbing.
Ooh,
this may give them the aggression they need to push forward and score here.
Yeah, definitely. PSU White might be looking to take advantage of either the bubble or the splashdown from Recycled Brawler to try and hold under that basket or hold one of the stacks pretty well.
Bubble under that basket is just so annoying when you're under the defender. If you pop bubble under the baskets, and the bubble's so big, they make teams that has infinite space to stand and just chuck clams down your throat. Like you basically need to send someone into the bubble in order to clear it out.
Yeah, or just like spend an excessive amount of time just shooting down and not doing anything else, not affecting anyone's game state.
Mm-hmm. And it would appear that the person that Shrimple is subbing in is an Octobrush main.
Interesting. We shall see how that's going to go.
Oh, the Octobrush is out. I don't agree with this play either. It's a very strong brush map generally. There's a lot of flank routes here, and brushes love being on the flank routes. And brushes are very good at ledge camping as well. This is also a very good ledge camping map.
Definitely, I'm curious to see who they're going to be subbing in for that brush. They did sub out either their charger or head it, so they're going to be retaining a more defensive comp.
But given, I don't know if I agree with both options for subs. This is a very fast map. You want to play aggressive. And both teams to be subbing out their more aggressive players from more defensive players. I'm interested to see how this will play out once the match starts up.
Indeed. Like, we could be seeing drastic strategy changes coming out from both teams. Though that might come as a detriment to PSU because they want to retain their fast and aggressive playstyle here.
Because I just don't know what to say here. The question is which team will be able to keep the initiative up without their fastest players in.
Let's see what the comps are as we go into this second game. Ooh, it looks like we're seeing a much more aggressive comp from both teams.
Carbon Roller from Shrimple is a very good pick here. Very aggressive weapon, great map for rounds like that. And Shrimple's is already 1-1.
I mean, that's 2 down for as Shrimple as that right out of the gate. That is rather fast, as you see both teams wanting to play that aggressive style and rushing directly into the other.
And right now, we're specking Olney, who is subbed in for the Octobrush that we just mentioned. They're playing Bubble Jr.
Yeah, it looks like probably Bubble Jr. is...
Bubble Jr. isn't that aggressive weapon you want to have, you know? It gives you a lot of paint. But I guess you kind of need that when you have your carbon in.
Yeah, they definitely probably wanted it just for the carbon. And also, like we were talking about earlier, Bubble is definitely good on this map. If you can get it under the basket, that's really strong.
Because right now, we're seeing a lot more of what we saw like last round. Both teams are just fighting it out in mid. Not really, it's like they really get any advantage. Because yeah, PSU White's numbers up, but Shrimple that as specials.
Yeah.
So really, no team has an advantage right now. Here. And also, another team has a ball. Actually, Shrimple's has a ball now. So they can score, they can push up.
Ooh, but it's that going to be hard pushing up when Ivy, you got a good block to stay on and keeping the other charger out of his range. Finding one on the zap, but as another one goes down to the carbon, as the carbon goes down themselves, see a reef slider come out trying to find one. Can't find the pick on the junior. The junior ends up taking revenge on the Dread and killing them.
is Shrimple has push up in the mid nicely here. But again, they're already getting a clam jump. We're just hold here for a long time.
What was that?
The ball. Question is will they jump? They do not.
They got the bubble out, but they ended up not going well as Nova was in the bubble finding 2 picks. And the thing is that their ball carrier never jumped into the ball. So he's never managed to score. Definitely. Like that could have been an issue there. Ooh, as we see 2 more go down on Shrimple as that. But in only but as 2 go down in PSU White, we see a reslider underneath the basket. Doesn't manage to find anyone. He goes, yeah, can't find anyone and goes down. Shrimple's that has a huge numbers advantage right now, and they're taking the initiative. But given, will their charger jump into the ball this time? That's a question on my mind. Yeah, potentially. They have the bubble. They place the bubble. There's the bubble. In goes the first ball. Oh. He just directly run in and get it anyway. And Shrimple has a very small lead here. But given on Mako clams, it's very hard to keep your lead sometimes. It is so easy to score. Ooh, but that Carbon single-handedly dropping their score remaining by a hefty amount, down to only 59. PSU is going to at least have to get some progress. PSU is huge numbers up here. And this crab is going to help them hold position very well for their team to respawn. Ooh, the crab, we see a bomb go off the crab, finding 1. But Scoob is able to outplay the junior, finding the pick on them. He gets 2. He's a war farming now. And accidentally kills the carpet. Completely unintentionally. Trying to find another pick, finds another one. Scoop is on a tear here. I have a lot of special for PSU Whites, and they break the barrier. They're given, where are their clams? They only have 4 clams on Nova. Unless they find some more clams quick, they'll get a big lead here. They get a wipeout. 4 go down for Shrimple as that. This might be what
it goes easy to the clams. And PSU White takes the lead by a very narrow margin here. But given, they have the lead now, but remember, this is a very fast map. Shrimple can get back in a minute if PSU White lets the record down for even a second. Definitely, and it's barely any lead. But as what it looks like, Nova dropping the score down even more, getting even more clams in. It might not just be just a little lead like previous. Still, this is still a very small lead, I'd say. If Shrimple's can get the lead back in about 40 clams. It's 40 points over clams, or whatever. Yeah, they're going to need 2 balls, which is a bit, but they already have a bunch of clams spread out. They could easily build up a ball. They have pity clam. They have 4 specials. If Shrimple's can get their huge triple, I know the reset or triple. That's the game probably. If PSU can get a ball in here, they can just prevent overtime from even happening. Yeah, they break the barrier. If PSU can keep this basket open. Unless Shrimple's that can drive the rest of PSU out, it looks like it's going to be over here. And that's game. It is. Again, this Mako Clam is very fast map. Yeah, and PSU was able to work on their strategy even more, bringing in heavier aggression and just being able to play with that, being able to take basket and hold it down for a while, and then take basket and hold it down for a while. I think the biggest misplay so far from Shrimple is playing Firefin Charger into E-Leader. Because if you any matchups, E-Leader is an awful matchup for Splat Charger. Yeah, Firefin Charger is good. The problem is they're getting boxed out by the E-Leader. I mean, not to lord your walls, but that was a ZF Charger. So they do have the wall, in theory, to be defensive against the E-Leader, but we didn't see it come out. No, just from my observation, the Firefin is just playing back. They're playing safe. And whenever he has a decent E-Leader, you need that aggression, keep pressure on the E-Leader. And that Firefin just isn't providing the pressure the long range pressure that their team needs. Yeah. Like, we could definitely see that ZNF be able to put down a lot more pressure had Ivy not been in this game and being able to outrange that ZF. And we'll appear that Shrimple's at subbing once again, but the question is, who will sub? Ooh. We shall see, as we're going to be going into Zone Zumahi. We could see more splashed out.
we could see more splashdown weapons or more reslider weapons come out to take advantage of zone cheese.
Zone's Mahi is a very polarizing map at PSU. Some people hate it, others love it. What camp are you in, Max? I need to ask your
I love Zone's Mahi. That's awesome.
Let's go. We're the Zone's Mahi fan club. J Money, I know you're listening to this. Zone's Mahi is peak map design. So just build it. This map is great. Though given, I don't think PSU White really wants a whole lot of zone cheese though. Other than of course the Reef Slider on Maya's East Dreadrunner we saw last set, their last game.
Indeed, we could also see them bring out the Splashdown Recycle tier as Splashdown will be able to take the zone, but not as safely as Reef Slider can.
The thing is that Maya's E hates playing that. But we're having the Ultra Brush back in exchange for the Junior, back to their comp for game 1.
Interesting.
This is a good map. It's a good map for Firefin Charger, but again, they're just gonna get, if they play the way they've been playing it so far, they're just gonna get boxed out by E Leader. His Firefin's been very hesitant to use their splash wall and push up.
Definitely. I could see the ZF changing to be the Crab Charger, being the Camo Charger, and having a Crab might be a bit more effective at being able to hold down space than the Bubbles have.
And so the question is what type of comp is Shrimple's not going to run? Because clearly what they're doing now is not working.
Yeah, they're probably going back to the drawing board and be like, all right, we've been having this problem. They're being really aggressive. We just can't defend them. What do we got to do to change our comp? How are we going to make this work?
Because I think it made my opinion very clear. Just say we don't need a backline and just Zerg rush PSU White.
I mean, that's definitely an option.
That's my strat. That's my go-to.
Hyperdive here.
Because they have the Carbon, they have the Octobrush. And they run like Junior Zap. There's your Hyperdive comp. You just run in and pray to God you get a kill on the E Leader.
I mean, yeah, you definitely could, but that'll just come down to whether or not Ivy's be able to shoot him down fast enough. It'll be essentially just like geet shooting and shooting down like play pigeons or something, and trying not to have the play pigeons hit you in the face. Anyway, let's see as we go in, as we're starting up this game here, as we see definitely a comp change coming out from Shrimple as that. No more Charger.
I like the Vanilla Blaster here a lot. Very good for ledge peeking and harassing that E Leader, so getting so much problems.
And we see PSU White bringing out V-Splash here.
Yes, something I might say here is that Shrimple Z has far less paint in their comp than PSU White. But given they do get an early pick, the PSU White has a very early lead, which instantly gets taken away by the strikes.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, PSU White has a lot of paint compared to Shrimple as that. They might want to take advantage of that and try to use it to keep Shrimple that out of the mid.
You were mentioning Crab earlier. Shrimple's is still running vanilla edits. I think Crab edit probably would have been the play here, honestly, because I can get more into it later. But generally, I think that Cooler is not very good in level Splatoon due to a multitude of reasons. I get into that later.
I can definitely.
Ooh, whoever gets a huge double here, and it's 3 numbers. It's just a splash. It's effectively a delayed wipe here for PSU Whites. They're taking a ton of space here. Shrimple's is going to need to make a comeback and quick. But the map's getting good soon. The DLC has been unlocked. I imagine at the start of the DLC, Shrimple's is going to start their own push. They have 2 specials. Well, how will they use them?
Yeah, the strikes come out.
But yeah, Shrimple's if you're watching this, when you're throwing your strikes, you want to throw to the back of the zone first, then the front. Otherwise, they just pay over your strikes as they fall down.
True. Ooh, as we see Skelly finding the pick on Scoob, as Scoob was caught way out of position and away from his team.
Yeah, but Shrimple's has managed to retake the zone, and they're using specials to try and push forward. But PSU just able to put so much paint in the zone, their strikes in earlier, they managed to neutralize for bits. And they're already back in position to try and contest the zone again.
Yeah.
He's like,
see E-Park trying to hold down the zone, trying to keep it painted. There's more straight paint getting thrown out.
I guess my question is why wasn't Shrimple's that further forward? Because, you know, they had the numbers advantage. They stayed back.
Ooh, that I could chalk up to paint. But it looks like PSU White is going to find another wipe on Shrimple as that. Send it back to the original state before the water level drop.
Shrimple is going to need another push here soon. They want to win. Because they did get anything competitive. But PSU White has controlled the zone. And the penalties taking away very fast.
They were collecting specials, but as they throw the rain out, the splash goes down. As well as the head, it's now just the brush and the blaster here. The blaster having bubble. As we have 15 seconds left on PSU White's timer. Let's see if Shrimple's that can be able to contest the zone and maybe neutralize for 2, 1. The strike's coming out just too late. Unable to neutralize the zone as PSU White takes the third game.
There's two things that I had to point out here. One, the strikes. When you're from front to zone, you want to hit the back side of the zone first. That way, and the front side. So that way, all the strikes land at the same time. Never team can't pay over your strikes. Shrimple's out is paying the front first and then the back. So multiple times their strikes on the zone, but PSU White just paying over the strikes. So Shrimple's out would never cap.
Yeah, that was definitely a strategy PSU was using, at least to counter what Shrimple was doing, to just be able to paint over the strikes.
Another thing is that I don't like Cooler for Shrimple's that's comp. Because, I don't know, type of my playing that Cooler, generally in CCA, you and your teams are not skilled enough to make full use of Cooler. So Cooler is kind of a wasted special. Because in my opinion, it's just better to have like a reslider or an extra set of strikes or a Zuka in order to take space, apply pressure to the other team. That's my stance of Cooler.
I mean, definitely. I know many different people would have opposing arguments or opposing viewpoints to that. And that's Cooler is the best special ever. Because
with PSU White, we're seeing like 2-star players, Nova and Ivy. Nova's keep up the aggression, and Ivy is holding the line for their team. Whereas I don't really think that Shrimple has managed to find any sort of star player to push in with. Like they kind of pop Cooler and do nothing.
But I mean, it's not like they're just falling over and dying here. They stayed competitive at least these past 3 games.
There's something to Ultra Brush it out again for the junior.
Ooh, interesting.
So we're going back to the comp from Clamus Mako. We're going to Rainmaker Humpback.
Ooh,
I'm pretty sure they're bringing their
junior here.
I'm pretty sure they're going to bring in their Carbon here.
Yeah, I could definitely see a Carbon come out here. This is a good Carbon map.
And I imagine there's a non-zero chance that PSU White subs out Ivy in for someone else, because this is a very weak Charger map. Is Humpback Pump Track right central.
Yeah, that's not going to be. Other Chargers might be like kind of okay-ish here, but an E-Leader, it's just way too slow to be able to work here.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't know. If Shrimple's is not something at their Charger, which I don't know. It sounds like their club lacks the aggression. And keeping their Charger in on a weak Charger map just seems like a misplay on my part.
I mean, though their Charger player has been able to play other weapons, we could see them switch to one of those.
That is true.
But we'll definitely see what happens here. It'd be interesting if both teams who have had Chargers consistently throughout the set will switch to both teams not having one.
Because I think in general that, with the exception of the strikes last game, Shrimple that just lacks some sort of like big boom special. Just get them in. If that's gonna hit strikes, it's gonna help them a lot of getting in. Whereas in the prior games, Shrimple that didn't really have anything to get in with. It's kind of pray that they got some picks and then push forward. Whereas PSU White has consistent, strong specials, and they're just able to keep applying pressure.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna have to see some like strategy or comp changes coming out from Shrimple.
It's match point. It's match point for PSU White.
Yeah.
The Shrimple that needs to change something up and quick, or they're going to lose the set.
Yeah, they're in a position they don't exactly want to be. They're going to have to play out of their mind and get a reverse sweep here if they want to do anything.
Then again, Shrimple's has shown that they have a lot of potential here. I think they might be able to pull it off. Because again, it's a very good map for Carbon, and I do have that Carbon player. If they can just rat around and get tons of nice picks, PSU might be in a lot of trouble. Have their EV leader to save them.
Oh yeah, you could definitely see Shrimple's that being able to take advantage of the lack of Ivy and being able to push PSU White back, and especially the choke points here on this map.
So that's very choke point heavy. And
definitely.
The question, and usually the way you push through these choke points is like throwing a ton of specials at the choke points. You know, the first checkpoint choke point. Like that is the single biggest choke point in this entire map. Usually, the way you get past it, throw in tons of strong specials. I don't know if Shrimple's that has a ton of strong specials to get through, but who knows?
All right, let's see as we enter into this game. Ooh, it looks like we're seeing the charger remain on Shrimple as that. As we see Skelly G bringing back out that Carbon Deco.
Because again, right here, PSU has two strong specials to push through the checkpoints. They have Strikes from Nova and Reef Slider from -E. Whereas Shrimple that really only has the Strikes on their charger. But given Fire Fan, I think it's 210p strikes. You don't really get a lot of strikes. Ooh, but Shrimple that managed to grab the Rainmaker to get a quick checkpoint when PSU wasn't watching. That's a huge early lead.
You see this Carbon sharking here, trying to get a pick on the edge. Doesn't look like they're able to find any, but they make a distraction, trying to help their team get the pop.
That was a huge early lead for Shrimple's that. And they managed to get all the way to the checkpoint, to the big choke points. That PSU White noticing.
Reef Slider down, fighting two as Shrimple's that gets wiped out.
This is huge for PSU White.
Yeah.
But given the question is what comes to Reef Slider from -E? It's one.
Yeah,
gets two.
Gets the flow stay as well.
PSU White's taking a checkpoint as well. They might be able to get a huge lead here. And Shrimple's that's not careful. Scoop is pushing up far here, taking it all the way to 22 before they get taken out.
2 down on PSU, but that's not still it. As this Reef Slider is able to find one, though inevitably going down to that Octopus from Sheep Slug.
Shrimple's that played heroically here about pushing PSU White. But given, they're ready to do that again in order to get their own push going.
Ooh,
it's a nice pick on Pro Chara here.
Pick on Pro Chara. I've seen Sheep Slug do some pretty good plays earlier in this set.
This map's a fantastic map for brushes and rollers. Having brush and roller in your team is probably playing to Shrimple's that's advantage.
Ooh, as we see another pick from Sheep Slug. Sheep Slug's pulling out the works here, trying to keep their team in this set.
Sheep Slug is trying to carry so hard, man. They really want this win here. And Shrimple's that has the Rainmaker. They have numbers up. They're pushing forward. But given, how are we going to get through this choke point here about any specials? Is there any special they have on the Rainmaker? And you can't use special when you're in Rainmaker. And they go numbers down.
For Shrimple.
And that's in a wipeout.
Damn, it looks like the flank from PSU was able to find the picks and eventually just pincer them.
In my team grabs a Rainmaker and starts moving it up. But for PSU, I start trying to make their own push going with these strikes.
Yeah, so as he finds a pick from the Rainmaker, it looks like there's not many things coming out from Skelly G.
Doesn't mention finding one.
Rainmaker, but unable.
But it did weaken Nova and -E quite a lot.
Well, definitely. PSU White's now looking more scattered than ever.
Like Pro Chara here trying to make it open for -E to push in. But -E's just like, nah, I'm just gonna stay back and just bomb the enemy team with the Rainmaker.
I mean, with a lead of 22, there's not much reason to go forward here. As we see,
strikes from the Charger. Doubleheader find a pick here. Now comes Rain as well.
Ooh, that Rain's going to go hard with Analine, being able to take out that Rainmaker.
But again, concern here is that Shrimple's now has no specials for their own push. They extended a bit too much to try and stop the Rainmaker with -E.
We saw Sheeplug finding a trade there. Skelly G is trying to take back and paint mid and trying to keep the rest of PSU White at bay while the rest of their team gets back in.
Sheeplug's been putting in work this game. Like, they've been getting tons of good picks, tons of good trades. The problem is their team just lacks the ability to capitalize on it.
Definitely, as we see Skull G finding a pick there. Trying to... Actually, no, that was Aqualine finding a pick there, trying to escape. Fights off another one of PSU White members.
And no further strikes here, the radius of space. Dies. Again, gets pick on the charger.
Good play on Analine for being able to see when Nova was popping those strikes and being able to capitalize on Nova's inability to defend herself.
Again, there's less than a minute left. Shrimple's at the specials on the board, but they need to get a push going in quick, or they'll lose this game.
Oh, but the Reef Slider from E- is taking out Analine and Sheep Slug. That's 2 down for Shrimple as that.
The question is will PSU try to stall the Rainmaker in their base?
That's definitely
they grab it. Minus he's holding it for now. Like Shrimple that needs to get going and get a pick on the Rainmaker ASAP.
Ooh,
or they will lose this set.
Not able to find the pick on E-.
Where's the goat Sheep Slug at? I believe in you, Sheep Slug.
It looks like Skeleton G is going to try to shark the Rainmaker, unable to, getting the Rainmaker down to below half.
The question is, can the Charger hit the shot? No. And I think that is game. No, Sheep Slug didn't get there in time. The goat.
It looks like PSU White's going to be taking this set as a 4-0 win. But that's definitely not, as much as that score looks lopsided as hell. Triple that definitely put up a fight. Triple that was leading in multiple games.
I think the big issue Triple is that they're running Polar in all of our comps. You know, I think that this little play, you're better off just running an extra set of strikes or Reef Slider. Or an extra Zuka. You know, especially what gets you in. Because what we saw here is that Shrimple's eyes wasn't able to break through that big choke points. Like their big score was they snuck past in the early game. Like they just lacked the special to push forward.
I mean, definitely, yeah, because we were talking about that earlier about how that choke point is such a crucial point on this map.
Because really, all Shrimple's that had to push forward was their strikes. However, the person with strikes was their charger. And Spider Friend doesn't get a whole lot of strikes.
Yeah. Like, I would have definitely wanted to see that charger switch back to Splash like they did previously in Zones Mahi.
Because I don't know. After my shit take is like what I would have done differently if I was playing. Again, Splash, switch charger for like Neo Splash, you like Splash. Then switch the end zap for a shot. That even more aggressive comp and 2 strong specials to push in with.
Definitely.
And I don't know that we've won on the sets, but we'll give them tools to break through that choke point.
Like, going into the week 4 after this game, Triple as that is probably going to look over their comps, see what they did wrong, and analyze these past few games. See what they were lacking, which was definitely what you mentioned, the pushing overpower. And maybe try and adapt their comps to work better and hopefully take on the rest of this season much stronger.
Because usually, what you run, they're running cooler in every game. Usually, you run cooler to enable slow but very strong weapons like Stamper, Stamper, Blaster, Range Blaster, S-Blast, Slosher. You know, slow weapons that pack a punch.
Ooh, and it looks like we're going to be doing play all 7 here. So don't leave, or you got more Splatoon from these 2 teams.
The question is will Triple that change anything?
I mean,
I think they very well can win. They need to change up their comp.
Like, they definitely could. Like, if you're going to try out a new comp against, like, an actual team in your division, the play all games is definitely the place to do it.
Well, Pierre's in a DC immediately. Scuba's DC'd. So.
Yeah, we're going to be waiting at least a little bit more here, but hopefully we'll get into the game soon.
All right. Well, we're already so back. So, reiterate my points quickly. If you're listening to this, Shrimple's stop running cooler. Please just run an extra set of strikes or Zuka. Like, my general stance is you should only be running, like, Cooler if you really like Pencil or Dynamo. Like, don't play Zap for the Cooler. Play Shot for Zuka. That's my hot take.
As we see both the streamer and other people commenting on how that is a very hot take coming out from all of us.
Look, when you're in CCA Div 4, your team, most players in skill brackets are not good enough to take advantage of Cooler and all the mobility it provides. Like, you're just not making big same plays of Cooler. Generally, it's better to have another set of strikes. Like that, I would die on that hill.
I mean, there's definitely going to be people storming that hill trying to kill you if you are.
I'll post my awful Splatoon tier list where Pencil is not X tier. Because it's not. Because it has Cooler.
Would you rather have Chumps or Cooler?
Oh, Cooler is always better than Red Pencil, but still, Cooler is not an S tier special. It's a B tier special in CCA.
What do you mean Cooler is better than Red Pencil? That's a weapon and a special.
Yeah, Red Pencil has Rain. Cooler, even though it's not the best special in the game, is still better than Rain. Like, Rain's not very good.
I mean,
that's our hot take.
Let's see, as we go into this game, we see
Hydra? Okay.
Simple as that. See a Hydra, a Stamper, and Splashdown dualies.
Okay, they changed their comp, but will it work?
Yeah, this is a major change. It looks like they want to be testing out a new comp they had in store. As it looks like it's going to be the Carbon player that's playing the Hydra, finding 2 on PSU.
Bro, the Hydra is popping off. They got a double, forcing PSU White to back up. Like, this is the space you need to take the tower and push forward.
Ooh, as we see Eggs popping a crab on the tower. Unfortunately, it looks like the Splashdown is going to be there to break that crab.
Shrimple took a nice early lead, but again, they're not really able to capitalize on it. They got numbers down, but they have that Booyah Bomb to stop PSU White's push for now.
Yeah, it's looking, he's staying rather even. There's 2 down from Shrimple as that, and 1 down from White. Looks like Scoob is going to run up and try to take the tower, as Eggs on that Splash is going to run and scare them off, forcing them to jump out.
Splash here is working hard for a pick, doesn't find one.
Yeah, they were trying to get in an aggressive position, but it looks like they just didn't have the team there. As -E finds 1 pick, finds 2, gets Flow Aura by going into the enemy base with that shield and being able to pop that Hydra from a distance.
Trying to kill the crab.
Crab here.
Ooh, almost gets a kick on the crab. The crab balls up just in time.
The crab player unfortunately outplayed -E there.
And PSU White is already at the second checkpoint, but this Hydra might be able to stop it.
Yeah, this Hydra from Scale G is looking to prove that they're potentially better on Hydra than they are on Carbon.
Look, Hydra is not a bad main weapon with all the buffs it's gotten.
Definitely, it's gotten a good amount of buffs. As we see numbers up from Shrimple, as essentially 2 go down from White, 1 just coming out of spawn. And 2 specials from Shrimple as that as well.
The Saber is special. The question is, will it make an insane Zipcaster play?
You got Zip, Splashdown, and Crab. Well, 2 down from PSU White. It's looking like Shrimple's got...
Again, Shrimple's not on the tower, no! Like, Shrimple, please get on the tower, your number's up.
Yeah, Sheep Slug on the tower.
The goat Sheep Slug. Sheep Slug carrying. Gets a pick, let's go Sheep Slug. The goat can take out me, like I see they say that. No.
So sad. It's 2v2 here. PSU White being able to take back their side of the map.
The reason that this happens is because Sheep Slug didn't get a quad. Like goat Sheep Slug, why?
Lower Sheep Slug. As we see E trying to push up here with the recycle, popping a bubble underneath the...
So, he lives like pure bullshit.
Yeah, somehow fucking living. That's
Brella for you.
How are you alive? Mine
Bro
is
has
he
not,
just
bro's luck maxing. That's why.
had
I
plot.
don't know how he's not dead. Like my goat Chief Slug got robbed of that kill. You know, it wasn't Chief Slug going for the kill.
Ooh, that's 3 down from Shrimple as that. PSU White's going to be trying to push up and make their lead even larger. Though I do want to point out, we see Nova on the 3rd splash with the rain and miss.
Nova likes that kid a lot.
Fast. Ooh, that's 2 down from PSU White. As we see E-Park trying to find that last pick on the dualies in the corner, fighting and eventually gets the melee kill.
That was a very long. That might should have been over in like 2 seconds. So never gonna hit the shot to save their life. Mine's E trades out eggs.
Yeah, they definitely do. As we see Chara wanting to swim up with that curling bomb, but unable to.
Both duels are
original mid state.
Ooh, Scoop hits the line marker. Will he get the marker kill on the Hydra? That'd be hype if you got a marker kill.
That would be.
Like,
Unfortunately, it does not look like he's going for it.
The Pro Char gets 1, then it's got like Sheep Slug. Like Sheep Slug, man, he's just the goat. Goes and gets all the kills. Like, look at Sheep Slug go. They're on the tower. They have splashdown. Like, what more could you ask for? Splashdown for no reason, just a flex. Sheep Slug.
Who knows? It's working. PSU White's 2 down, but unfortunately, the rain forces them off the tower, and PSU White is able to stay on it, taking this 5th game.
5-0 so far.
Yeah.
Shrimple's had an interesting comp. That's all I can say about it. Like, they had Hydra.
What do you think about this comp in comparison to the previous one?
I guess it was different. Like, it's Hydra. Yeah, Hydra is it's not the worst backline. It's also not the best one. Yeah, I know.
Definitely. Like people,
they were kind of cooking on Hydra, though. I won't lie.
They were definitely cooking on Hydra during the part of the game. Finding that early 2 pick is definitely very strong. I think
a lot of it is just that Shrimple is just struggling to capitalize off their picks. I remember it was like almost a delay wait for PSU Whites, but Shrimple's wasn't near the tower. Like, they're not touching the tower. I think they could get on tower like a second and just popped off immediately.
Yeah, they're definitely they had the gas to be able to like fuel their engine. Push up with the tower, but they just weren't able to maintain the tower and they didn't have someone standing on the tower.
Yeah, I have Clan Blitz on Umami Ruins.
Umami Ruins. Personally, I hate this map. Just Umami in general.
I love this map. It's good for my mains. Like my mains crack on this weapon on this map. My mains crack on this map. I love Umami Ruins because of that reason alone. It's a bad map, and I know that. But my main is good here, so I don't care.
Which main?
All of them. Bamboo's good here. Brocher's good here. L3 doesn't exist anymore as they nerfed us.
I don't think that's a main. I think that's my weapon pool.
Like, you know, I like this map. This is good for me. I show up here, I win. Both teams are subbing right now.
Ooh. That could be interesting here, having subs on both sides.
Hope everyone's in the room right now. So the question is when will we start?
Ooh, it looks like I might be cooked for my team's practice. PSU'MAMUSUME
Hey, you're fine.
Playing this after this.
Just play the set while commentating. Trust.
Nah, I got this. They don't need me for...
He's got this.
Oh, Jay's gone. Jay probably going to go play the scrim I should be in. But honestly, who needs to practice? I don't. I played Clash Blaster.
Flash Blaster is bad. It's not actually they buffed the radius recently, so that's kind of stupid. The blast radius.
I know.
I don't know why, but they did. And now Clash Blaster is super annoying.
Hey, I'm going to hopefully be able to play Clash Neo in our first CCA game later tonight at 10. Which will also be on the stream, so make sure you stay on to watch that game as well. As we will be starting up Shrimple versus PSU White here.
Alrighty. Tetra Dualies?
Flash Blaster!
Neo Clash?
Neo Clash! Yeah!
It's the GOAT Sheep Slug!
Sheep Slug, yeah!
Bro, Sheep Slug's gonna go like 20-1. He's cracked. Like, Sheep Slug, just the GOAT. Plays Neo Clash.
Like the fucking goat here, bringing out Neo Clash. It's almost as bro was watching. As we also see 2 new weapons coming out from Shrimple. The Wiper.
Bro, he's got a pick. Sheep Slug the GOAT gets a pick.
Yeah, Sheep Slug finding a pick on Nova. Got chumps ready. Will they pop chumps?
Like, Nova's the most experienced player on PSU White. It's like Sheep Slug's automatically the best player right here for killing Nova. Oh, they get shot on by Ivy immediately.
But they do get the chumps out before Ivy gets the kill.
True. Let's go chumps.
Ivy popping Wave Rigger to kill the chumps.
Here's what's gonna happen. Tedros has the Reef Slider. They're gonna an insane triple here. Watch. Trust.
Ooh, let's see. We got, as we do see the...
Oh wait, they're not Sheep Slug. You cooked. No. No. Shelly, no.
We see a lot of different weapons coming out from Shelly.
Bro, Sheep Slug's rank Pro-Char. Gets killed by Pro-Char lag power-up.
Pro-Char just barely pick up the ball!
PSU White's striking their way in.
Ooh, able to score ball here. But that might be the end of the push as they go down and aren't pushing up currently.
The reason that PSU White managed to get that push going is because Sheep Slug was dead. Simple as. Yeah, if Sheep Slug was alive, that push would never have happened.
No, fair enough.
Oh, Eggs gets a pick on Nova. Okay. Like, PSU White's still playing their mains, but like, Shrimple's is like, yeah, we don't care. They're just playing like freaking Neo Clash and like Tetris. It's kind of working though.
I mean, it's kind of working. It looks like Shrimple's dad's going to score here, popping out the chumps, getting the hammer.
Like, bro, Sheep Slug is just that cracked. Like, he always got to kill on Nova. Nova's playing her main.
Trying to jump the ball, but weren't able to. It's now just
Shrimple's dad has the lead. Holy moly. It's because Sheep Slug was carrying with Neo Clash. Trust.
True.
The GOAT.
The GOAT Sheep Slug. Damn, that was a fire-ass shot from Ivy.
Ivy kills the upper charger. He kills Sheep Slug! No, Sheep Slug!
No, Sheep Slug.
His name's just fun to say.
Yes. Sheep Slug is definitely a really fun name. Ooh, the slider taking out Shelly G. The Pro-Char just sharking on the dome. Picking up clams.
He's what managed to break the barrier.
The basket. Pro-Char trying to take the
almost dies a Sheep Slug. It's killed by Sheep Slug. Yeah, Sheep Slug.
Yeah, Sheep Slug.
Sheep Slug is flanking. And gets to pick a Nova. Gets to pick. Sheep Slug's aura farming. Okay.
Farming. Sheep Slug new main weapon.
Bro, Sheep Slug just crazy like that. Like, bro's gonna triple and save the game.
Yeah, definitely. It kept Shrimple's lead. It was able to stop.
Like, bro, Sheep Slug, you gotta change me to Clash now. You're just correct as hell in this thing.
Ooh, Pro-Char going
no, Sheep Slug dies of Reef Slider.
Wider finds one on Sheep Slug and managed to escape barely. Strikes coming out from Shrimple, trying to defend against PSU White as they were waiting for Sheep Slug to respawn.
Whatever Shrimple is just trying to regain the initiative right now. You know, trying to get some picks and PSU White and push forward. They have a 1 number advantage. I don't think it's enough to push forward for them right now.
Yeah, 1 minute left. They don't... If I was Shrimple's that, I wouldn't be trying to play it risky, play aggressive here, because you currently got the lead.
Well, given if you can score, it makes your lead harder for PSU to overcome. Okay. Currently Shrimple's lead's not that high. Ooh,
No,
gets a
the
huge
Reeve
wipe out
slider
here.
Oh, that would have been such a good Reeve slider from Skelly G.
And
But unfortunately, they got fucking cheese.
Shrimple dives in, takes power from him, and then dies immediately. It's just Sheep Slug here in the wiper. Sheep Slug's trying to go like, get a triple again, but they don't find the triple again. No, Sheep Slug!
Looks like PSU's going to knock out if they can get one more clamp. Someone go pick
wipe out.
They get a
That's
wipe
game.
out. Please pick up a damn clamp. Thank you.
Alrighty. Clearly, what happened here is that Sheep Slug didn't get a quad.
Yes, very true. Very true. I mean,
True.
Sheep Slug got close getting a triple previously.
Sheep Slug is just crazy like that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Sheep Slug Div 1.
He is. Like, Sheep Slug's just crazy like that, you know?
Got a fire-ass name. Playing Neo Clash. This guy's got everything.
Like, bro, he has IRL aura. Like, Sheep Slug has real-life aura for playing Neo Clash. And he gets seeing freaking triples on it. Like, Sheep Slug crazy. Like, he's the GOAT. I think Max being told to leave the stream to go play his sets.
I'll go play my scrim. This is me signing off.
I'm supposed to play it also, but like, I'm gonna commentate anyway.
I mean, you're on the pickup team playing.
I know I'm playing against you. I'm still commentating anyway because I'm like Kraken Bear knows.
But definitely, people who are watching, stay on to watch my set at 10. I should be allowed to commentate my own set personally, but yeah, I'm not allowed.
Here's the thing: PSU UMAMUSUME just cracked because the new UMAMUSUME scenario that just came out like yesterday, I think, is to make their team stronger. Trust.
It dropped on Thursday. It came out 2 days ago. You got to get on the grind, Wallace.
Max, I would grind Splatoon 3 E leader. Yeah, I've been doing more important things.
I've been grinding Splatoon 3 E leader, but no one likes my E leader, and they hate me. They want me to play Vunder.
Bro, Vunder is basically E leader. It's like you hold down the button and it shoots. That's how E leader functions.
Oh, good point. Good point. I did not think
And they
about
both have
that.
mines. Like Vunder is E leader in disguise. Trust.
Oh, I see. I see. All right. I will let Mayor commentate this last game as I go to the scrim. Goodbye.
Well, thank you, Max, for commentating. I get to be Max now. How do you feel about that? You've been abandoned, Walls. I'm kidding.
Whoa, Kraken Bear is now Max? Holy moly!
Yeah.
You got a name change? That's freaking wild,
You ready?
man.
Watch.
Like,
You ready?
Like mad respect.
Bam! My picture's here too now. Wow. You know what?
Oh.
I'm Max. I'm gonna even keep the name. I'm not even gonna change it. I'm not even gonna change it.
I mad respect, Mayor, for legally changing your name to Max.
I did.
Like-
Yeah, that's crazy.
Alright, here's my prediction: is that Sheep Slug's gonna quad this game, and then Shrimple's ass gonna win because Sheep Slug's just gonna lock in.
Oh yes, Sheep Slug's got this. I believe in them. You know, I'm a big. I've had to be quiet this entire time, but big Sheep Slug enjoyer. I've been watching him. That's why every time he kept talking about him, I kept swapping to him, so you all could see Sheep Slug. This is Sheep Slug gameplay. We should just lock into Sheep Slug.
Sheep Slug is just the GOAT. He's just gonna win the sets. Like the reason that Shrimple's that's not winning is they don't have 4 of Sheep Slug. Like that's the real reason right there.
Well, one final game here, Wallace. One final game. Zones Hagglefish, and we get to. And this set will be over. Anything important you want to talk about in this map mode?
Ivy's in. Ivy is gonna play E leader. But it doesn't matter if Sheep Slug's gonna get a quad. And getting a quad means he killed Ivy as well.
True. All right, Wallace. It's time to get into our final game. Let's do this. Zones on good old Hagglefish to finish it up. And we see nothing too crazy here from the PSU side.
Yeah,
but we see that Clash return, buddy.
Let's go! Neo Clash L3! Okay.
I was not expecting an L3 on my bingo card today, Wallace, and here it is.
Mr. Eggsman, You're getting shot out of the sky by Ivy. I'm sorry.
Base though. You know, we're testing Ivy's skills right now. Let's see what we got. We're about to have that inkjet ready, and it's ready. Is it gonna pop? There it is. Wallace.
He's bossing. He's going forward. Oh, he's almost dead. He get a kill. Gets shot down before he gets a kill.
Minus E, aka
I'm a jetpack enjoyer, but it's a very weak special. I will admit.
It's situationally really good. It's very. You can do a lot with a little, but at the same time, you can also do very little with a lot. It's hit or miss, but people that know how to use it can do a lot of work with it. We see some Dread on
the Dread owners are fighting out right now, but minus E goes down.
Well, Skelly G is the better Dread. Sorry, you gotta quit Dread, minus E.
You know, if Parg's moving in, like yeah, they just can't close the ranges to Ivy there. Ooh, he's taken out by Ivy.
Yeah, you called that perfectly. That was as perfect time as you could get. Ivy using their range advantage over the other sniper to get the pick.
The question is, can Ivy shoot out of the jetpack? No, he just runs away. He's scared.
Honestly, smart play.
Yeah, he wasn't charged up. I want to see some Charger versus Inkjet gameplay, you know?
That's fair. That's respectable. We do see Crab coming out. Ooh, and that sniper gets picked again by Ivy. Ivy's doing a lot with this. Can they keep it up here? And Nova gets another pick, too.
Sheepslug died to Nova. Sheepslug didn't lock in yet. No. Sheepslug is just warming up, trust. That's why they didn't get a quad yet.
They still got 3 minutes on the game, as long as they don't let the opponents knock out. So you got plenty of time to figure it out, right?
True.
Crab coming out. Can Sheepslug work with it? Oh, they almost get the kill! They didn't get it. So close.
But Sheepslug has chumps here, you don't realize. Ooh, wait. Shrimple's is in a cap zone. Eggs isn't going to kill, though, but they cap zone. It's because Sheepslug's just crazy like that, you know? Those strengths were entirely theirs.
Hey, it worked. They got the kill with the main weapon, along with the assist. So they did get a kill, and then we saw them comboing with the Inkjet to try to push up, and they got the zone for it. But it's going to flip back into PSU's side. And we see a crab on crab fight. And Scoob comes in, third party it, or sorry, not Scoob, excuse me. Minus E comes in, third parties it, and gets the kill.
We're now attacking Sheepslug here. Sheepslug has chumps. Chumps are insanely good. Actually, not good at all. I did mid. Shrimple is he get dislodged the E-leader and soon.
Sheepslug can get a triple, double here. There's one. There's two.
Sheepslug gets a double. He's crazy. Okay, Sheepslug insane. Sheepslug the goat, but can't cap the zone in time.
The one downside of Clash, you can't paint.
Yeah. Like, look, if Sheepslug, I don't know, Sheepslug like locked in and got a quad that game, they were starting to lock in at the very end, like they would have won. That's not. I think it's 0-3.
Hey, that was a based pick though. Honestly, it was really funny. They got a couple nice picks on it. They got a couple nice kills, both in that game and the game before Wallace. So, you know, it was
anyways,
fun.
I needed to actually whip her up the at Jane. Have you sort of match at me? I'm just sitting in the lobby. I'll be back. See you as I'm playing some tournament now, it seems. Bye.
Okay, bye. Well, I guess I will do the wrap up for this game. So to be clear, we have a second game coming in the short bit here between the teams of PSU UMASUME, the horse game. I'm so bad at English. I can't think of what his name is. Masume. You can't get me to speak that well. And they are going to be facing the Splatlanders for a Division 2 match. So we do have a couple games coming up here in a moment. We'll quickly look through the stats, and then we will take a little bit of a breather between the two. It'll be about a 40-minute break, give or take a little bit. And then we will be back. Yeah, you guys can make fun of me in the chat. That's fair. We'll be back in about 40 minutes or so with that set in Division 2. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up still, so don't head off too quickly. And we'll see you in a bit.
ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, welcome back to another CCA Division 2 matchup. We've got two fantastic teams here. I don't want to say this name. PSU'MAMUSUME, I think. Representing the PSU'MAMUSUME, representing Penn State, of course, and Splatlanders. Is that from NJIT, I believe, New Jersey Institute of Technology? My name is FS Snow, and I'm joined here by another person from Penn State.
Hi, I'm Nova. I'm the other person from Penn State. Yeah, so I believe this is PSU'MAMUSUME's their second set. I believe they had to reschedule their first one. Their last set was during our GBM. It was.
I heard you guys were doing that.
Yeah, it was during their GBM because it was literally the only time they had available. But yeah, that was honestly a pretty fun game to watch. You know, like a lot of us here were just kind of like, oh, they're probably gonna get carried by like Kev J and Max, but that was not what we saw at all. Like the newer three players definitely like you know, they surprised us. They did it a lot better than I think a lot of us were expecting, and I think we were really proud of them for that. But now it's like, wasn't Splatlanders like a Division 1 team before?
Splatlanders, in Season 6, the last league season, they were Division 1. And to my memory, they were like pretty dang good. So that's definitely intimidating. Like I can definitely bring up the results, but they took some good teams to Game 7. Then they brought either Death Roll or VCU, or maybe Arcalia, I don't know. There's a lot of good teams. They brought one of them to Game 7. So they're definitely a strong team. I thought they were going to be Div 1 this season, but they're in Div 2. So I mean, I hate to say it, but I do think that PSU'MAMUSUME has a bit of a uphill battle, uphill climb.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really double checked to see if they had any real large like roster changes that would justify their lower seeding.
I don't think they do. I think it's the same.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know why. Although I guess technically, because it's like PSU Blue technically also moved down a division, but that's like a completely new roster. Yeah. All right.
I mean, PSU Blue, this roster. I mean, you would know. Is it different from PSU White last season?
It's mostly the same as last season White.
They were Div 4? Okay. They Div 4?
It's mostly the same as last season's White. The new PSU Blue. With a couple of extra with like I think the main change there being I believe multi-Silas. Anyway, so looks like we're finally getting started here. We're starting with TC Ship Shape. Yeah, this one I have like a love-hate relationship with this map, because on one hand I find it really annoying that like it's basically it's one of those TC maps where it's like you break the second checkpoint, you basically win unless you get like an essentially like 100-0 push in. Although that's mostly my opinion there. I don't know if you have any thoughts on it.
This is my favorite TC map. Everyone says TC Inkflaw, like the seagulls in Nemo, but I like this one.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with it because it's like I enjoy playing on it. I just played on it. It was fun, but sometimes, you know, it can be annoying to defend on. But I guess like stuff like TC Inkblot is kind of like that too. It's like bats. TC
Inkblot,
kind of deal.
It's like definitely. I mean, I see how it's fair. Like, I think both teams have a fair chance to get into bats, and also the defending team has a good way to clear them out. Compared to this one, I feel like. I feel like offense is kind of rough on this map, but anyway, nonetheless, we're getting into the match now.
So we're getting in here. What is Max playing? He's cooking. Okay, we were
Okay, well-
literally. I was literally joking to him earlier, like over dinner, about him playing Clash Blaster. I did not. I should have expected him to actually play it.
I mean, this is okay. I mean, as far as Splatlanders go, this is par for the course. I know Tent and Wiper are basically staples in their composition.
Yeah, there's
And
not a lot
an
of
interesting
short
note: the
range
Clash Blaster. Yeah, they have a
Clash
lot.
Blaster able to
of
find
range.
one hole, they're gonna go down immediately.
I think the Clash Blaster, it might be good. Like, it might be able to shoot around the tent for maybe 2 shots before they get sniped. You see, okay, Viper is getting an early push. Kevin's using the vac to try and hold him off, but
Homer
not able
misses
to
the
get
vac.
anything. Yeah. But it just goes right through. I guess it doesn't have the same mechanics as a sword, but Splatlanders is just like marching their tower all the way to the last checkpoint here.
Yeah, I was thinking their lack of like short range would have been a bit of a problem in terms of aggression, but they don't. They seem to not really be having that much of an issue with it. Missiles coming out. Seems like the PSU'MAMUSUME, or I might end up starting to just call them Hans game or something. I don't know. They're starting to retake mid here, with just the vac out.
I am surprised to say, however, seeing the vac coming out to counter this inkjet. There, and Splatlanders goes 1 down. 2 down. PSU'MAMUSUME might get a chance to make a push here. I am surprised. Jade told me before the season started that they weren't going to have like Max, Jay, and Kevin at the same time for the most part. I guess it's because Splatlanders is such a strong team that they're changing the rules here.
Yeah, I think that kind of falls under the whole, like, you know, try to let everyone play. That's something I like to try and do as well. But yeah, against stronger teams, sometimes you just kind of have to pull out the power trio, as I've been calling them. Jay pulling out the rat tactics, holding forward into their base.
Yeah, but like it's at the first checkpoint. Tower's basically in mid, and Jay's
Yeah, they're about to take
all
lead
the way
here with the
across.
back coming out. There seems to be a jump in on the right. They're able to take a lead, but that's such a narrow lead, as only leaving the Clash up left alive. Splatlanders is going to retake mid very quickly here.
Yeah, the
It's a
game.
very precarious lead. If I was PSU, I would probably try to get another push in, especially if Splatlanders is able to get a push here as well.
Yeah, and for all intents and purposes, as long as both checkpoints are fully standing, this game is basically tied. Splatlanders is now going to be getting their own chance to take that lead back with this 2-down push. Evan is holding the top right, but there's not much else there to support him. The Clash are coming in from the left, managing to get a pick and an assist, I think.
And they got a
PSU
1-point lead.
And they're going to get a lot more. Only Kevin
It's just
the
the
block
jet.
it. Splatlanders are going to jump over that wall, and they're going to be able to take full control of that right side pretty soon.
Oh yeah, they all jumped in when they were 1 down there, and they're just gonna steamroll right through as they are able to get the knockout after that check. That's just how this map is. Like, you get that second checkpoint, you essentially can just knock out unless you royally screw up, you know.
That was pretty surprising. I mean, Arctan came in, got 1 and maybe an assist. PSU had a 3-2 advantage on the field. I didn't see what happened to make, I guess, the rest of the team explode, and Splatlanders is able to jump in and just get an easy ride the tower out.
I mean, it could have been just as simple as just losing those fights, not exactly fighting together. It seemed like they were doing a good job at, you know, taking fights together when it came to the tower itself, but it's possible that, you know, snowball effect, you lose 1 and now suddenly you're in like a numbers down situation. Splatlanders running away with that momentum in order to get that second checkpoint there.
Yeah, I guess a little bit Penn State, or the Penn State team, I don't want to say the name, got a little bit,
You can just call them
hate to say-
Hans game.
I hate to say nervous. They got a little bit nervous. They weren't able to
Nervous.
adjust to Splatlanders' push there. Hopefully that's something they can work out the kinks for the next game, which seems like it's going to be Clan Blitz on Mako Mart.
Yeah, I mean, you know, PSU'MAMUSUME, they do have some newer players on their roster, so it is possible that they could have some struggles in terms of that. Clan Blitz Mako is... It feels claustrophobic. I don't know if that's just a me thing. But, like, you know, you can like holding those stacks is so vital to this map that like if you aren't able to do that, then it's GG.
You
Or
basically
like if
always
the
need to
other
have-
team is able to get your stack, then that's
Yeah.
a problem.
They have your stack. They can pretty much always score from there. So you really cannot afford to lose control of that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because like if they have that entire area, like they could flank around your left. They could, just hold forward and score. I personally like to kind of strike plat from their stack. I think it's pretty effective in terms of pushing up. And I'm already spacing out on the weapons we saw. Were there any like buckets or there was a sword. The sword could probably be like, ledge guarding or something. I know that's oftentimes a problem on this map, especially if you're like trying to drop right.
Yeah, I think the tent will make it just easier to push. Like the tent doesn't really care if there's a vac sucking them because he's not going to die anyway. It'll be interesting to see if Penn State can do anything to get around that tent. That's the main playmaker on the side of Splatlanders.
Yeah, especially because it seems like they are swapping out Kevin Amia for Instar and Zuck, which Instar and Zuck, I believe, are the newest players on this team in terms of experience. As we're seeing the double brush of Wonder and Sword comp.
I hate to say, I don't know. We will see how the game goes. Off the bat, Penn State, I don't think that any of the weapons outranges a single one of Splatlanders. It's definitely going to be a tough matchup for that.
Wonder and the Try, which I think the Try is the only real change on the side of Splatlanders here.
Look at this.
Max holding forward immediately. They're able to get a push off of this, surprisingly. Max just kind of using the rat struts to just be a distraction in their base while the rest of the team scores. It seems to be working. Although Splatlanders does seem to be cleaning up the rest of the team while he is still there. Yeah, he's gonna get picked off.
That was a lightning fast push from Penn State off the rip. I think Jay got a double maybe, and just from there it snowballed. Max able to push the last remaining player back into spawn, getting 44 points very fast.
Oh, the bow gets a double.
Splatlanders, yeah, oh my god, yeah.
Splatlanders' chance to make a push. The bow not immediately going into the score. I think they were trying to go up to that top left area. They were unable to do so.
Yeah, like unfortunately, they're going to be able to score a lot more points here. Penn State goes 3 down. I think it was the Hammer managed to get a couple picks there. There is Jay behind, I think, causing some problems. And they are going to team. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
Are going to.
Oh, they're gonna save the push.
Wow.
And they're able to get that lead. That was close. That was close. I think that is going to be the end of their push there.
It's not even been 2 minutes, and we've seen two, pretty big pushes back to back. I think this is people say is the criticism of Mako Mart. It's too easy to score. I think it's what makes this map great.
It can be I think it can be kind of hard to get like actual pushes off because you do need to have quite a bit of map control because otherwise the other team can just kind of dive on you, Penn State able to retake mid pretty quickly after this push, although it does seem like they are getting pushed back with that brush going down. I'm guessing Splatlanders trying to extend their lead here. Hammer going in. It seems like the entirety of PSU'MAMUSUME is on that left side. Or at least they were.
Yeah, I mean, to what you're saying, oh my god.
Well, that tent, what was that? How did that work?
That is why Undercover is not a good weapon. The guy is right in front of you. You're just not going to be able to kill them fast enough to stop them from jumping and scoring.
Like I feel like any weapon would probably have that similar.
They weren't even in the shield. They said they couldn't hit the shot, which is unfortunately what happens with that weapon.
Splatlanders starting to run away with this game here as they bring it down to 17. PSU'MAMUSUME able to end that push there, but like they're in a pretty precarious situation. They're gonna need a really big push in order to take the lead back at this point, especially with only about 2 minutes left on the clock. Jay trying to make some plays, trying to take that stack. Unfortunately, there's too much pressure. You can't do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, with their weapons, it's gonna be so hard for Penn State to if they get a push, it's gonna be so hard for them to hold enough space to extend that push and make it last for a long time, their best strategy might just be to have to get a lot of power clams and score all in one go. You only have about 80 seconds to make that happen.
Yeah, especially with their lack of range. Like, holding those stacks is going to be really difficult when your longest range weapon is a Wunder.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but their comp really relies around sharking. But you can't have the whole team sharking if you want to push the tower or push the clam. Still, like, it seems like Splatlanders just maintaining all the map control, just keeping the picks, keeping Penn State back in their own base, and they're gonna
get another push in here.
Yeah, it's really Penn State having a really tough time breaking in and trying to get these picks without dying themselves.
Yeah, it looks like the Tent's playing some rat strategies as it seems. I'm stuttering. It turns out Splatlanders able to get a knockout there with a cheeky power clam. While I missed that because I was seeing the Tent flanking, and I was just like, what is going on?
I think that's the best play for the Tent. I think that's the best weapon that can do that. It's a very smart play.
I mean, I wouldn't expect it, but I mean, maybe that would be the best play. I mean, I think you have more kind of game knowledge than I do, or at least in terms of experience.
I think Penn State maybe just lost that game on the weapon select screen. They really need more range.
Yeah.
I think that's a big reason they're struggling they can't keep up with Splatlanders here.
Yeah, like I know with my own team at some point, like we were throwing around the idea of doing hyperdive. And that would have involved two of us playing brushes, and immediately I'm like, can we not do this? And then wow, it didn't work. I'm so shocked. Double brush is just not a comp that I think can really work, and I think like that alone, like had one of the brushes swapped to a different weapon, they probably would have had a better chance there. I don't think sword is necessarily a bad pick, and like if you have one brush, that's probably fine. But I think it's having two brushes plus a Wunder that, like you said, like made them lose on the weapon select screen.
Yeah, like they're all weapons that really aren't able to how would you say, push by themselves, right? Brushes need people to distract to get them in because by themselves they aren't very strong weapons. A Wunder can't really do much. It's only really the Wiper able to get like aggressive pressure. So it's such a hard comp. I hope they can change it up, get a little bit more range, and they have something with the. If Max could play normal Brella, that would be an insane counter to the Tent. It works. It's such a huge counter, but I don't think he knows how to play Brella, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we have subs on both sides here as we go into, because speaking of range, Zones Mahi. This is a map mode I found where like having at least a mid-range weapon really helps.
You cannot be all short range on Mahi. It's such an open map. Like they can see you from the whole map.
Yeah. Like I know like the other day, we had a scrim, but we didn't have our backline player Ivy, so we were very kind of short range heavy during that scrim, and when we got to Mahi zones, we just got cooked. If I'm completely real. Like you kind of need at the very least a mid-range weapon, like a Headit or even just a straight backline,
Only time for Jay's E-leader to come back.
Ooh, true. Now, I want to see Max on leader. That would be funny.
Well, I guess we'll.
Although I think Max is out. I didn't.
Dynamo.
My forgetfulness is kicking in. Okay, no, Max is still in. There is no leader. And yeah, that's probably why Uma swapped in, Kevin, the backline TM. Splatlanders seemingly having a bow and a dynamo roller. The dynamo is probably going to cause a lot of problems for Uma here, especially given the jet is already getting pushed off of their snipe there. Attempted slider cheese, getting the dynamo. That's going to be a huge pick because I'm just suspecting that the dynamo is probably going to be the biggest problem. Given, the buff.
The Dynamo is going to be like absolutely wreaking havoc on the brush and on the C Junior. I don't know if Thunder can fight against Dynamo either. I just don't know that matchup at all.
Yeah, but I don't know what like he's so alone right now. Like that was. I think we kind of all expected that.
Yeah, that. I mean, it's just an unfortunate. I think the Penn State maybe needs to try and play a little bit faster, or maybe Mass needs to slow down. I'm not sure. But yeah, right now, Splatlanders has a very solid hold with Penn State being 2 down. Hopefully, they can bring it back, or they can take it all the way down to. What happened?
That is an unfortunate pick there.
Okay.
Uma just keeps going down 1-on-1.
Yeah, that is actual slider cheese right there. Cap the zone, get a triple or whatever, and then the control goes right back.
I think that might have been like character swapping stuff. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Everyone just exploded. Unfortunately, though, all these penalties, neither team's gonna get the score down, so we can have an actual map. We're still stuck with this weird.
Yeah, right now everyone's just kind of standing back, trying to throw paint on the zone. Splatlanders are going to retake the zone here, although it seems like Kev is going to try the strategy known as splashdown cheese, although unfortunately Uma's going to get wiped.
It's not cheese. Why is that? It's using the special.
It's funny because you can hypothetically cap the entire zone with a well-placed splashdown. Although it's not like it's nowhere near as good as like slider cheese, but it is still there. Splatlanders kind of running away with this game here. They're kind of locking out Uma. At one point they were even in their spawn. Max screws up the slider cheese, although able to find 2 because he runs a bunch of special power-up on his gear with slider.
Unfortunately, even with that slider double, Splatlanders is able to regroup really fast, and it doesn't even bother them. They get the zone, they don't even get, Penn State doesn't even cap, and now they're just marching towards the knockout. Only a few more seconds left.
Yeah, Penn State will need to have. They have the cap. They got the cap.
Out of nowhere.
Oh, that cap came in clutch. Uma has a chance now. They really need to regroup. It seems like they're stuck in a bit of a stagger loop, which you really don't want to have when you are locked out like this. Jay trying to make something happen, finding 2, although
he ran.
That last one might have been a squish.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, Jay definitely running around and trying to make the most of it. Able to get a double there, and just can hope his teammates are able to move in and take advantage of it, which they're trying to do.
Right. I mean, Splatlanders is 2 down right now. This is their chance to try and push up and retake the zone, but unfortunately, I think they're going to be just a little too slow there on that retake.
Yeah, so slider into 2 enemies is going to get picked out pretty fast, leaving in a 3v3 situation, maybe 3v4. But Jay going in. No fear, running into the enemy base with the inkjet, with whatever. Does not care. Just gonna run in, get a pick, and distract the whole team.
Jay just felt like going for a run, I guess. He just wanted to run. That one Forrest Gump clip here or something. I don't know. You guys should see that movie. It's great. Anyway, yeah, Jay just kind of running circles around them, able to find 2. One of them being the Zuka, which is huge. This is Uma's chance to try and, get a lockout. Although it looks like they're pulling out the jet again.
Jay using every aspect of the map's geometry to his advantage to get that triple, but man, it seems it's so hard for Penn State to take space here. And just it seems like one inkjet, Splatlanders is able to get back into the map to take control again. Only 30 seconds left. Penn State has pretty much one chance to get a solid lockout on the zone and take back the game.
Yeah, they pretty much have one chance here. With only 20 seconds left on the clock. I noticed Penn State's able to kind of retake the zone, but then when it comes to getting past the zone, they've been really struggling. This hammer's going to come out, able to find 1. This might be it for PSU. The hammer finding another if Splatlanders is able to cap, and that's a wipeout. That is going to be game there. That was a very unfortunate wipe.
I think maybe relying too much on the cheese specials, right? Splatland or Splashdown and Restart. They can get the zone very easily, but they just were not able to hold space beyond that. And actually, Splatlanders, it seemed like they didn't struggle at all to get back in. I think Penn State has to be a little bit more aggressive in punishing people trying to push back into zone after they get the cap.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially because during like that kind of latter half of the game, I definitely started noticing like, oh, they're able to kind of take the zone back, but then when it comes to holding the zone, they were definitely struggling a bit more there in terms of like actually getting that lockout. It almost seemed like whenever they popped out like an Inkjet, especially, they were having some trouble there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inkjet is pretty hard for their comp to deal with. Literally only the Jet Squelcher can reach it, and Jet Squelcher is not going to be able to kill an Inkjet fast enough. I mean, it seemed like Jay kind of was like making hero plays. Maybe he has to. He's getting a triple to get his team back into the zone. But once he goes down, there's nobody else in the team, like a Junior, an Undercover, and a Jet aren't really able to or they aren't killing weapons at all. So it's not easy for them to like punish players from Splatlanders getting back in the zone. Like their strategy is almost all just like paint centered for Penn State.
Yeah, you'd think that would work a bit better on zones, but that could also just be a bit of maybe working together more as a team kind of thing.
Yeah, I think if they wanted to do a paint center, I've seen that kind of thing work on zones, but you pretty much have to be like dedicated, always be painting the zone so that enemy team can't
you play turf war.
Yeah, literally.
I like turf war.
And unfortunately, they were just getting picked off a little bit too much to make that work.
Yeah.
And speaking of picks, I think Rainmaker Humpback is really a map that he can't get picked off on.
I am noticing that I guess this is kind of like my set. Uma's swapping every single game, while I believe Splatlanders has only swapped one player.
Yeah, I think they have a solid 4. Maybe they have one player. I don't know.
I think I forget if it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure because I don't remember if it was game 2 or 3. They did swap one of their players out. Okay. Versus Uma, every single game. They've even had a couple games where they've swapped 2 out because Uma's a 6-player roster. That could be part of the cohesion issue, because when you're swapping out 2 players at once, like it's one thing if it's just one player. I mean, White, like we would swap out 1 player almost every game. Swapping out 2, that's like half of the players in the game at that point for you.
Yeah. But coming in here to the game 4,
what a big swing
chance to try and bring back. Oh my god, these comps are crazy.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Penn State, as far as popping power goes, absolutely going to have the advantage with that well string. Even though they don't go for the pop, and one person goes down at the beginning, which is Splatlanders is happily going to take advantage to get an early push.
The fact that Splatlanders has a swig, or the fact that Penn State's running double brush again.
Yeah. So Penn State's definitely very interesting comp. Going to be relying a lot on just chip damage from the well strings, firing shots, undercover, and junior bombs. They do get 3 down on Splatlanders though, so they should definitely be pushing in the mid here and trying to take space to try and get a real push going.
Yeah, Jay doing a lot of work on the brush here, able to find 2 earlier to help him stop this push. Wellstring opting to grab immediately, although they are unfortunately going to be picked off as Splatlanders reclaims mid. Max and his massive reef slider unable to find anyone, unfortunately, as Splatlanders takes advantage of this 2 down to immediately grab the checkpoint.
Yeah, the unfortunate coordination from Penn State, they left the Rainmaker unattended effectively, and so Splatlanders was able to quickly pounce on that and get the pick. Now is going to be pushing their own.
Oh my god, the reef slider
from behind.
Slider came in clutch. Max is aura farming now. I was about to say, like, I was about to be like, oh, they probably should have been faster and like tried to rush them while they were 2 down. But then Max comes in with a slider, and I'm gonna take all of that back. Oh, what?
Yeah, another disconnect.
Ink rail with the Rainmaker.
Yeah, another disconnect from Penn State. One, the Rainmaker went far left, and the rest of the team pushed right. So that push died before it even started, and Splatlanders gets a huge push to 30. And Penn State's still 3 down. They're going to be able to pop it again, probably.
Yeah, Splatlanders wasn't able to regroup there, or not Splatlanders. Uma wasn't able to regroup there, so like Splatlanders were just kind of able to run with the Rainmaker. Like, they probably would have gotten further had there not been like a shark there on Uma, I believe, was what got them. They're still gonna run away with this game, opting to trying to let them miss the jump, Lamau. Oh my god, make this jump, please!
Well, that just turned what was likely going to be a push to single digits. Well, okay, maybe it's fine. It might still be. Just a Wellspring left and a back. They get down to 5 and wipe out. The
Uma
Penn State
kind of
finally
trying to
healed
dive
up.
in here at this point. Try to
Wait,
stop
wait,
this push, but it's not
oh my
going to be
God.
enough.
Oh my god, I thought Penn State wiped out Splatlanders. It's the other way around.
No,
They
it's
just
the other way
knock out the
around.
game. Oh, so unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate game for Umamusume to end off on, as Splatlanders is going to 4-0 them during this set. Yeah, I think honestly it is possible that Splatlanders was, underseeded. I mean, I'm not entirely sure the reasons why they were moved down a division if there weren't any major roster changes. But like we've seen before that Uma can handle, Div 2. Like they did really well in their last set, but I think here it was more like you said, kind of losing on the weapon select screen a bit there with whenever they had 2 brushes, or maybe like the lack of, team synergy or just speed in general.
Yeah. I think the team synergy definitely noticeable on that game 4. I mean the players were not sticking by the Rainmaker, and Splatlanders was very happy about those mistakes.
Yeah.
Looks like they are going to be doing a playoff 7. Yeah. So hopefully Penn State can see how they're going. They might just decide to have fun with it and play even crazier comps than what we've been seeing so far.
Honestly,
Or they'll try to take this learning opportunity.
I mean, why not have fun with it, It might help with morale, if anything. Because I know, getting 4-0'd sucks. I've been on the receiving end of it. It's not the best. But, it's like, oh, hey, we're doing play all. We can, like, practice stuff, or we can just, commit goober activity or something. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I think, like, in terms of Uma, I think, at least with, like, the whole team cohesion thing, I'm wondering if part of it is because they're swapping out, like, 2 people in some of their games. Like, that seems like a lot to be kind of swapping out at once. And that might be causing some... I don't know if that would be enough to cause cohesion issues, because you're kind of changing out half of your team between games.
Yeah, it's very, very possible, right? If you notice some mistakes you made in the last game, you take some lessons out of it, like maybe you should do this more. But then you swap half the team, and all the information is either doesn't apply anymore, or the people who are like noticing it are gone, so no one knows anymore.
Yeah, because there's a difference between swapping out 1 person and a difference between swapping out like 2.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely, when you're playing like that, it's a lot harder to make mid-set adjustments. And it kind of means that you have to rely on just skill diffing the enemy a little bit more, as opposed to over the long run improving your strategy and trying to get the win that way. Well, we're going to PSU Undertow here, which for some reason is a classic CCA map, even though Undertow, in my opinion, sucks.
I don't know, I think the best classic is Mincemeat Clams.
Yeah, that's the real CCA classic, but they don't bring that back, right? What did we have last season?
Unfortunate. I wonder if there's someone. I wonder if there was someone on staff who could maybe, convince them.
Unfortunately, after my past debacles, I've lost all my map making abilities. Or never getting Clans Mincemeat back.
Bro is cooked. My man is cooked.
No, it's not even that. We nowadays it's more based on the map mode rankings, which, despite me going in there and voting for Clan Blitz Mincemeat every single time, it just doesn't seem to be very high on the rankings. I don't know why.
Someone must be rigging it.
Yeah, it must be. It's a big CCA.
Yeah, we're getting started here. Seems like Splatlanders pulling out the pencil. Cringe. Different big swig. And
the splashdown on.
Uma opting for Junior Blaster. Splatlanders already pushing the tower forward, getting to, I believe that's at the first checkpoint already. It's been 10 seconds.
They're pushing to the first checkpoint, but without having established any control of the map, I'd be shocked if they were actually able to score. Maybe now they will at the Penn State.
Seems like they're able to get past the checkpoint, though.
Yeah, Penn State going 3 down. off rip, is going to be able to take that to the bank, get the tower all the way to second checkpoint, and is looking to clear out this little spiral.
Yeah, I'm noticing that Splatlanders does outrange half of them. They're once again running a kind of frontline-less comp, unless you count Swig for some reason. As it seems like the Swig is actually just kind of holding forward into their base, finding one with their splashdown.
Swig's up there, and Kevin is alone in the 1v1, going to lose, unfortunately, to the Big Swig, and now Big's going to continue to spawn camp.
Yeah, I think Uma's in a bit of a stagger loop right now. L splashdown, I guess. What happened? No. Yeah. Oh, the hammer trying to push up, although it seems like Splatlanders is kind of starting to get shut down here as Uma's able to regroup. That is a really good first push for Splatlanders. They probably could get away with just playing heavy defense the rest of the game if they wanted to. Like, that's probably a pretty good game-winning push right there. Jay continued with the rat strats.
That was a squish. Yeah. I'm sure the guy was like weak from wave break, and then he got squished by the ink brush, which is absurd that happened twice in the same match.
Not a squish! Oh my god.
Instead, trying to force this Rainmaker forward, using the junior's bubble, they get the first checkpoint at least.
Rainmaker.
Did I say Rainmaker?
I said Rainmaker.
Okay. Well, they get the Rainmaker past the first checkpoint. Kevin aggressively pushing up, going under these ledges, as the Range Blaster is so strong on, but unfortunately getting taken out by the Big Swig, as well as the hammer from behind. Jay pushing up by himself, getting a pick, but I don't know if the team's gonna be able to make anything happen from that.
Yeah, I think it's like the front lines probably need to be working together better, because I'm noticing it'll be like just Kev or it'll be just Jay. Jay able to make some plays here, able to find one, almost finding another. He is currently aura farming, so
they're trying to do too much. Not doing too much here. Got to go back. He gets a pick up front, goes back, helps the team out the Big Swing, comes back forward, gets more, go to the spawn. Holy crap!
Jay running circles around Splatlanders right now. With this brush.
I wish he went back up there. I wish he actually went back into the spawn. It would have been a much stronger position than being in mid here.
Yeah. Although unfortunately, it looks like their bow's gonna get picked off. They're getting pushed back. They go 2 down. That's probably gonna be the end of this push for Uma.
Oh.
The Range Blaster's very alone, trying to back up, although they're getting shot at, I believe, by the Wiper. Jay getting around circles.
Yeah, Jay and Kevin had the opportunity there to pinch the Wiper. They were right surrounding them. Unfortunately, were not able to make that work. Now this
I didn't know Splashdown could go inside the bubble like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, Splashdown's a special killer, but it's like the best bubble counter aside from strikes.
Yeah, I mean, I know they know about strikes. I always strike in bubbles.
Yeah, it's one of the it's really useful.
Fuck your bubble. Anyway, PSU able to kind of, or they're at least slowing down this push here from Splatlanders. Time's running low on the clock as PSU'MAMUSUME is losing map control, and they still need to make they still need to make a pretty hefty push if they want to get the lead back here.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate that, or it was fortunate they got the first checkpoint cleared, but unfortunately Splatlanders did not even care, and they're just continuing their lead forward to the knockout.
Yeah, that's gonna be a knockout. There were a couple of chances there where I thought Uma would be able to play off it, but I think again, like, they need to be faster. That is a better comp though. Like, thank you guys for not running 2 brushes.
They were running 2 brushes, but I wonder, like, I definitely, on tower control, having a blaster is very useful, but I don't know.
Yeah. Did I say 2 blasters? I guess I meant 2 brushes.
You said 2 brushes, but I'm just saying that, like, they're the thing is, Splatlanders, like, as a team, their comps are like so planned out, and even though it's like not conventional, they put a lot of thought into making sure that the things they're playing work with each other.
Yeah.
I don't. no Penn State's able to put in the same work with Double Brush. If they do Double Brush from under
because you can get by with a kind of unorthodox comp if everything and like all your players can work together. You know, I mean, I have Dapples on my team.
And Dapples are really good right now.
Yeah, surprisingly, he's been doing really well with them, and he picked them up like at the start of the season. He's doing really well with them. Shout out to PSU Chara. Anyway,
actually, speaking of Chara, my idol.
Oh, I also have a recycled Brella on my team. We make it work.
My recycled Brella, I also think is pretty good. Well, it does very good into the weapons that I play. But yeah, my favorite player of all time, Pro Chara, the real one, says
real Chara
apples are like top 10 or something right now. So very, very strong weapon.
Yes,
even
because
though
you should listen to everything that.
Yeah, I mean he is literally
Is he
like
casual
God.
Chara now?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, he is. But yeah, as much as I clowned on Dapples in Splatoon 2, they're never going to be good. They're quite good right now, unfortunately. And I want to say though, V-Dabble, when I saw that kit, like I thought that was a really strong kit. I thought it was held back by the main weapon. Now the main weapon's good. Like I'm not surprised at all that it's meta.
Yeah, I remember like when I first started kind of gaining game sense TM, I'm like, wait, wouldn't beacons plus cooler be really broken?
Yeah.
Turns out, yeah, if you buff the main weapon, it's on.
Bruh, when I play Dabble in the training room, it's actually absurd how much I'm missing the targets by.
Dapples, when I play
you
them,
can miss the targets by so much and you still hit them. Yeah, the range is rough. It's like playing a sploosh.
That's like my why I don't play them is because I have like negative range. Anyway, Clan Blitz Umami.
I can guarantee you they're going Thunder here.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the players. There's probably going to be 2 brushes again, unless Jay changes, because I don't think Zuck is going to change off of brush.
Oh, Jay E-leader. It might happen.
Ooh. True. If Jay plays leader.
He might.
I don't know. I didn't think of anything. I didn't think I'd get this far.
You'll scream as loud as you can.
Yeah, I'll get a noise complaint from my RA. Like that one time, like after that one PSU Blue, after that one PSU Blue win,
season 4, we got a Kraken got a noise complaint because he and Vapor were screaming too loud. I played Vapor at Ziptide. I understand why they got a noise complaint.
Yeah, there's a impression. Max is the one on leader.
All right. Well, I guess you don't have to scream. Lucky for you.
Yay! I don't get a noise complaint.
So, 2 brushes, a sword, and a leader. I think Tensei is literally just going to be playing entirely around picks here, compared to
Max
a little bit more.
Hit a single shot, then I'm going to go and make fun of him later.
In 5 minutes, I'd be surprised if he does not hit one shot. But who knows?
I mean, I think I'm bad with chargers, and genuinely think there have been times where I've hit more shots than him. Anyway, enough of me making comments I'm probably going to regret saying later. Splatlanders making a pretty hefty push here, pushing back Penn State as they go 2 down. Zuck trying to make something happen, although unfortunately I don't think he's going to be able, or he's able to find one. I think with the help of Jay there.
Yeah. Splatlanders, just like the Makomar game, they got one team at least got a really fast push. And now we might see the game continue again. Splatlanders goes 2 down. Penn State has a power clam. Now they should absolutely take advantage of this to go and push in and score. Especially with that Booyah Bomb too.
Yeah, they didn't really move in with the Booyah Bomb as much as they probably should have. Especially given that right now Splatlanders is all bunched up. Like, had they aimed that Booyah Bomb like right in the middle of them, they probably could have easily, scored. They are able to get the power clam, and unfortunately I don't think there's going to be much follow-up as they do go 2 down. Although they get that ball in.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Suck.
Okay, Max hit a shot. I take back all my comments from earlier.
Oh, there he goes. And he can't just super jump too.
Yeah.
Those are
easy to hit.
able to sneak in and get the power clamp. So Penn State's really not in that much of a hole anymore. I kind of thought they would be. I thought that push would be a one and done kind of thing, but they're able to get 40 points. They're definitely about even around now. Still having control of the map. They're able to find some picks. They can try and keep this going. Get some clams.
Yeah, the extra power clam did help Penn State there, because now they just have to get one more like good push in, and they'll be able to take a lead here. Although if Splatlanders has anything to say about it, they're probably going to try and make their own push happen, because now their lead is no longer as safe. Try finding two here as they get a wipeout on PSU, and yeah, they're gonna immediately go in for a counter push, getting it down to 35. They might have enough clams to knock out here if PSU isn't able to retake their dome. With some unfortunate clam spawns on the dome, I think that's going to be knockout.
There it is. Wow.
Getting knocked out from clam spawns on the dome is unfortunate.
Yes, that's like a plot moment. But Penn State had control of mid. They found a pick on the big swig, and so one would think that they would be able to kind of work with that and try and push that advantage a little bit further, but they just weren't able to. They gave Splatlanders the time to regroup. Splatlanders took advantage of that, got the wipeout, and just knocked out. Scored like 70 points at once. Like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely saw Splatlanders kind of stalling out there, not letting them get in, as they were, I'm assuming, like regrouping, building specials. And then, yeah, like you said, just kind of pushing in, getting that wipeout, and then just going from like 40, 50 to 0 in one push. Plus the amazing clam spawns that come with Umami.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think I mentioned it earlier. I don't like that map mode. I don't like it. Anyway,
I think that's one of the CCA. A little bit spicy
Umami,
maps right there.
Like Umami and Barnacle are kind of like Umami, maybe not Barnacle. Umami and Ramen are like two maps where I'm like, I like them on zones, not on Clam Blitz, and yet I'll see both of them like in competitive rotations.
Ramen clams.
So then I'm sitting there in just severe pain.
Ramen clams.
Our streamer Mare is crashing out right now.
Wait, that's not even me in the room. Ramen clams is pretty horrible in my opinion.
Who named himself Snow? Who did that?
My name's not even PSU Snow. I took that PSU off as I graduated. It's FS Snow now.
Yeah, no, I figured it's probably it's probably Max or someone aliasing, bro.
Yeah. Aliasing.
We'll probably find out once we see what they're playing. Who that is.
Teams don't even give a crap anymore. Like let them spec. It doesn't matter, right? So
yeah. I noticed the last game that Splatlanders was putting their 5th on spec, and I'm like, normally you're not allowed to do that. But I guess like you said, who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. Who cares?
These matches aren't going to count towards stats or anything, so no one's gonna find out probably.
Yeah, I believe this is our last map mode of the play all zone taggle.
So PSU's last chance to try and see if they can sneak a game off of Splatlanders, even if it is in the play all 7. And Hagglefish, with how stally this map is and how hard it is to push because there's no good flanks, maybe Penn State's all painting strategy will work out. Splatlanders might not be able to push in as well against them as they were able to on Mahi Mahi, which is the complete opposite of this map in terms of being wide open.
Yeah, they might still want to keep an eye on those flanks though, because at least what I saw during my set is that sometimes the more aggressive players will try to use those flanks to poke around the sides. Yeah,
that is Max on PSU Snow. I saw the undercover badge.
Yeah, he's playing 52. They're playing 52. I think they're literally just trying to be you,
bro. What is opening Gambit Ninja Squid? I've never seen that before. Let's see if they can keep opening Gambit for the whole game.
52 is a pick. Also,
okay, I used to run it. It's kind of nice.
Punisher on Brush. We have some interesting gear picks on the side of UmaMusume.
Yeah, I think that's definitely saying, well, maybe we'll just try and go out, have some fun with it.
Yeah, I don't know how
this Reef Fighter able to get a pick. Jay's playing undercover, by the way.
Oh, Jay is on Wonder. I think Jay was able to find one, although the Swig is able to kind of, take picks off of them. That Booyah Bomb able to find 2. As Musume starts running away with this game, they are able to, hold the lead here. They just have to, actually do this lockout.
Yeah, I mean, finally from Penn State, they have a weapon, 52 gal, which can hold space quite well. That's the weapon's whole thing, really. And see if he can make this. I think he's flanking behind them. Let's see if he can make any value come off of that. Oh, he's not.
Yeah, the sword unfortunately isn't able to shut down that vac, even though swords are like a vac's worst nightmare. And they were able to kind of use that and the hammer to, push in, and now it's Uma on the back foot, as I believe Splatlanders is going to get lead here.
Yeah, they're going to get lead. Haggle can be a tough map to
Spider cheese?
Cheese gets the neutral and gets 2. Spiders being 3 down. It's a delayed wipeout map. These Kansas jobs. So Penn State should be able to get the zone here, and hopefully some more of the team pushes up. Booyah Bomb. I don't know.
Yeah, they should move in with the Booyah Bomb. Try to cap here.
They could do it to cap. Oh god. It would have been great to cap before the Booyah Bomb, but luckily, all's well that ends well. There is a Splatlanders flanking on the right, managing to get 1. Hammer coming in and getting a lot of value, getting 3. Oh my god.
They pulled out that the Vac Hammer combo again, and it seems to be working out really well for Splatlanders, as they are able to get I believe, was that I can't remember if that was a wipe or a delayed wipe on the side of Uma. My memory sucks. And as this wiper is just kind of, running circles around them right now, although they're getting forced back. Musume is able to gain some ground here as they're trying to retake. They're able to retake the zone. Commentator's curse or something. I don't know. With the reef slider. PSU Snow TF somehow not dying there. Holding it a quad.
They're not going to be able to get a quad. It would have been better if they threw a wall there. But nonetheless, PSU has a very very nice retake, being able to get the cap and get to, but again,
1 point.
Yeah, again, because the one weapon that can hold space, it's 52 gal, not holding space. It's they're gonna be able to Splatlanders can just get back in for free.
Yeah.
There's a cheeky shark here. The teammate jumps. The teammate jumped to them.
Max about was the sharking thing. Able to kind of no way he's so okay. He focuses on getting picks over capping the zone. And
I seemed like he was trying to do both or something like that. I don't know. It didn't work. Unfortunately, the teammate jumping to them is not ideal.
I don't think Penn State has to kind of he's gonna have to rush in here, cap the zone with the slider. Oh, just too late. It hits 0 as soon as the slider goes off. That is an unfortunate way to lose this game, as Splatlanders takes the 7-0.
Yeah, Penn State deciding to go out with the bang, I guess. Switching up their comps a little bit. Unfortunately, still not enough to deal with Splatlanders' coordination. And that is going to be an unfortunate 7-0 for Penn State. Fortunate 7 over Splatlanders, proving that they're one of the top dogs in Div 2.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I think Penn State, they did their best to hold their own. I think in some of those earlier games where they were able to kind of prevent those knockouts, or at least slow them down enough, that can be hard to do, especially when you're a newer player playing against an older, a Div 1 team, essentially.
Yeah.
I think they did their best, given circumstances. And Splatlanders, of course, they played well as well. Hey, they're proving hey, maybe we should be back in Div 1 again, please, next season, please.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think when you look at it from the lens that Splatlanders is basically a Div 1 team, I think the Penn State players should be proud that they did not get knocked out every single game, right? A lot of those games were quite competitive, so that was...
Yeah.
It's a pretty decent showing for Penn State. They should not be ashamed of that at all.
Yeah, especially because given some of those that did end up being knockouts, like Undertow, they only really were able to knock out in the last like 10 seconds. So those are like, for me, those are like knockouts in quotations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the two Clamblets ones actually they were quite dominating. That's a pretty good mode for Splatlanders. Clearly, maybe
Yeah, I
something
think
Penn State should try and work on
especially
as
the
well.
mode kind of exposes when you kind of have
Hey,
bad team, like or
why
not as good team coordination.
why are they doing double brush on Rainmaker and not on Clamblets? I think the one mode where you
I
can
don't
maybe
know. I
argue
would
that it could
go
work.
harass you.
No,
You can go harass like Jay or Max about that or something.
No,
I don't know.
if they rewatch the stream, they can hear my thoughts on it. But yeah, Penn State. I think they're going on 1-1 for the season now, right? I think Splatlanders will be 2-0,
Yeah.
maybe.
I haven't checked Splatlanders' record. They wouldn't be 2-2 because it's only been 3 weeks.
All right, yeah, they'll be 3-0 now.
Yeah.
So still playoff hope for Penn State.
Sorry.
There's still some playoff hope for Penn State being 1-1. They should try and win out the rest of the season if they can. Obviously, this match, they lost, but it's a Div 1 team, kind of, right? So I don't think it's impossible for them at all.
I guess take that as encouragement. You guys were basically playing a Div 1 team. It was going to be rough. You guys did really well, given that. I think Splatlanders was definitely able to show, like, hey, we may have been moved down a division this season, but we're going to keep playing at our best. We're going to show that.
Yeah, the recourse for being underseeded is to win that division, which I think they are maybe the favorite to do. Maybe Penn State will lock in and come back in the playoffs and get their revenge. Who knows here? Well, Hypnova, I think that was an excellent stream. I think we did a great job commentating. Not to pat myself on the back too much.
Yeah, no, it was nice commentating with you. I don't think I've commentated with you before. It was nice. Thank you for, having me on. I know I was kind of a last minute addition. Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Our amazing streamer Mare says that we should shit on Nikki for not showing up.
Well,
again.
As much as I'd love to do it, because anyone who knows me knows that dunking on Nikki is basically my part-time job. Hey, full-time job at this point.
You make Nikki so mad, bro.
Am I living in his head rent-free?
You show up and then Nikki immediately just gets pissed.
And blood pressure just rises. That's awesome. But I think we will continue to follow Penn State throughout the remainder of this season for the 3 matches they have left, and then maybe playoffs. Hypnova, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to double check the seedings, but this is probably going to be, Uma's hardest set during groups. At the very least, one of the hardest. Splatlanders is not an easy opponent, and yet, they were able to hold their own, I'd say, in most of those games. Hopefully they aren't too discouraged by that. And yeah, we'll continue to follow them along with all of our other teams. I'm surprised I was able to commentate this whole set given I had just played one of my own. I think maybe we should start to wrap up a little bit here. I don't know if you wanted to plug any socials.
The people who I used to plug on Twitter got banned, so I guess I can't really plug them anymore. Well, so
I'm concerned.
That's all you really need to know about me.
I plug people who get banned. Okay, great.
Sir.
Yeah. Let me see. I guess the best places to find me. Well, I'm most active on Discord. You should join the PSU Splatoon Discord server if you haven't already. I guess I have a Blue Sky account that I don't use. If you wanted to follow me on that, but in all seriousness, I think maybe the best social media plug is my YouTube channel. My @ is Oxygen Breather. Don't ask. I thought it was funny.
Alright, well, you heard it here. Follow Oxygen Breather on YouTube or subscribe or I don't know what they talk about on that platform, but this has been Penn State.
Oh, Blue Sky.
This has been Penn State versus Splatlanders, and thank you all for watching. Come back next week.
Thank you to Kraken Mare for streaming. He's the GOAT for real, for real.